If you have asthma, think of an asthma action plan as your trusty sidekick in the battle of good, being able to breathe, versus evil, not. Since breathing is clearly one of the most basic and important parts of staying alive, it's crucial that you have a strategy in place to manage your asthma. Enter the Asthma Action Plan, a document that can serve as a guide for preventing asthma attacks and also outline what to do if you experience one. If you have asthma and don't have an asthma action plan, let us convince you of its importance. So, quick refresher on what's up with your body. Asthma happens when the airways leading from your nose and mouth to your lungs become inflamed after you come into contact with triggers like dust, pollen, mold, cold air, and more. The muscles around your airways might tighten in response, and your airways themselves may pump out more mucus than they usually do. It's like a math problem where it all adds up to you having a really hard time breathing. Creating an asthma action plan is a crucial part of making this chain of events less likely. An asthma action plan is a written plan for managing your asthma, both when it is well controlled as well as when it is acting up. Pulmonologist Ryan Thomas, MD, Director of the Multidisciplinary Severe Asthma Team at Michigan State University, tells Self. Everybody with asthma should have an asthma action plan. Raymond Cassiari, MD, a pulmonologist at St. Joseph Hospital in Orange, California, tells Self. Yes, even if you feel like you've got this managing asthma thing down to a science, that's great, but you still need a plan in case your asthma suddenly spirals. It's generally a good idea to keep a copy of the plan for yourself, and carry it around with you in case you need to direct someone with you to use it. You should also give copies to your family members and people who are around you regularly. Dr. Cassiari says, it's made to be shared. Asthma action plans offer instructions on how to handle your asthma depending on the severity of your symptoms, starting with a green zone. The idea is that you're able to recognize when your asthma isn't well controlled and to be able to get it under control before you're really sick. Emily Pennington, MD, a pulmonologist at the Cleveland Clinic, tells Self. Various websites like the American Lung Association have forms you can print out and take to your doctor to create an asthma action plan, or your doctor's office may have them. In general, you'll fill out basic information like your name and date of birth, how severe your asthma is, phone numbers for your emergency contact and doctor, what your personal asthma triggers are, and your best reading from a peak flow meter, a portable device that measures how well your lungs are able to expel air. Then, the form is divided into 3 sections, starting with a green zone. If you're in the green zone, your asthma is at a point where you're able to breathe well, have no cough or wheezing, a whistling sound when you breathe, you can work just fine, and you're sleeping well at night. At this point, your peak flow readings should be at least 80% of your personal best. Since being in the green zone basically means your asthma isn't interfering with your life. The action plan in this section covers which medications you're taking to keep your asthma under control, how much you're taking, and when and how you take them. It also requires that you detail how often you should use asthma medication before exercising to reduce the chances of exercise-induced bronchoconstriction, which is when physical activity brings on asthma symptoms. Then there's the yellow zone, which explains what to do when your asthma's not so great, but your airways aren't quite in crisis mode. You'll likely be in the yellow zone when you have some trouble breathing, a cough, wheezing, or chest tightness, and you're struggling to work and sleep well at night. At this stage, your peak flow reading will only be between 50 and 79% of your personal best. Your asthma action plan should note exactly how often to use quick relief medications, like an inhaler with drugs to open up your airways ASAP, so you can get from the yellow zone back into green. It should also detail if you need to change anything about your usual green zone control medications in the meantime. If you're not better within 20 to 60 minutes of using your quick relief medications, or if you're in the yellow zone for over 24 hours, you should call your doctor and follow red zone protocol right away. The red zone basically means you're having way too much trouble breathing and need to seek medical attention immediately. At this point, you'll be struggling to breathe well enough to function normally. Medicine isn't helping, and you're getting worse instead of better. If you do a peak flow meter test in the red zone, the results will be less than 50% of your personal best. To keep you as safe as possible until you can see a doctor, The Asthma Action Plan explains exactly how many puffs of your inhaler to take and exactly how often, along with clear instructions to call 911 immediately if you have trouble walking or talking, your lips or fingernails are blue, or you're still in the red zone after 15 minutes. Making an asthma action plan can be a little scary, but it's necessary. No matter how much of a handle you think you've got on your asthma. In asthma, you have to have a plan B and C that you work through before you even need it, Dr. Cassiari says. You might feel anything from inconvenienced to freaked out when forced to imagine yourself in the red zone, but having a plan is important so that you and the people around you know what to do if you're in trouble, Dr. Pennington says. Having a plan can also reduce anxiety, which is one of the triggers that can actually make asthma worse. Dr. Cassiari says, if you don't have an asthma action plan, make an appointment with your doctor to fill one out together. It often only takes around 15 minutes, or even fewer, to complete, Dr. Cassiari says, and when you go in for your regular doctor's visits, you can have a quick check-in to make sure it's still accurate. At the end of the day, it's much better to have an asthma action plan but never need it than the other way around. Thanks for watching. What did you think about this video? Let us know in the comments section below. You can also subscribe for more videos like these in your inbox. Share this video with your friends and family. Like and share this video on Facebook and Twitter if you agree. Don't forget to support this channel by clicking on the donation link down below and subscribing so you never miss any of our trending reports. What do you think about this video? Scroll down to comment below. Now if you are seeking the latest trends in fashion, and electronics and gifts and more at the best prices, please feel free to visit www.atthismall.com. Once again, that is www.atthismall.com. If you are seeking the best in facial and clear skin regimens and products for women and men, including an opportunity to earn residual income, please visit our partner at www.jdro.my, r&f.com. All links are in the description box below.